17th ranked Oregon Ducks, Pac-12 basketball here at Matthew Knight Arena in Eugene. And hi everybody, along with Jennifer Mountain, I'm Rich Burke. The resumption of conference play, and we have two top 25 teams.
We really do, and this is going to be a fast-paced offense versus defense. Really a very, very important game for both teams and exciting for the clubs to watch.
Now, UCLA, they're ranked number 10. Some people are surprised by that, but they have a fantastic freshman class.
They really do. ESPN rated number 1, led by Kiki Rice. She is a dynamic guard who can score in a variety of different ways, can get to the paint, can shoot the three, and really doing a great job for this group right now. Under Coach Close, a 12-1 start, their second best start in her history, and doing a great job. Their only loss is to South Carolina this year, and one of the reasons is because of their offensive board. They lead the Pac-12 in offensive boards at almost 17 a game. Really important is 44% of their missed shots they go and get.
Yeah, all 5 players usually crash the offensive glass. UCLA with the number 1 recruiting class in the nation, according to ESPN. Oregon, the number 2 recruiting class, headlined by Grace Van Slooten.
Yes, I mean, if you haven't seen her play, she's a dynamic forward. She can score from the 3, great mid-range game. She was the player of the week, not only in the conference, but freshman of the week as well. And you're really going to see a nice, different complement. She can get to the rim, she can score, and really does a nice job of just taking leadership and a leading scorer for this team right now.
16.3 points per game for Van Slooten. She's their leading scorer. Their second leading scorer, India Rogers, 14.5 points a game for UCLA. Their top scorer, of course, Charisma Osborne, 5th in the conference, 18.1 points per game. Filipina Che will tip it off against Cameron Brown. And the 6'8 Che wins the tip. And here come the Ducks in front of a good crowd on this day before New Year's Eve. Rich Burke along with Jennifer Mountain. And Chance Gray going to work. The freshman hands it off to India Rogers. Around the Che pick. Floater by Rogers, doesn't go. And the rebound by Conti.
Well, you need to watch here because boards are going to be a huge emphasis on both squads. Talking to coaches beforehand, they talked about rebounds being a big part of today's game.
Yeah, Kelly Graves of the Ducks said that UCLA likes to chuck and chase. They'll put it up, and then everybody hits the offensive glass. They get a lot of second chance points. Emily Bessoir has her shot blocked by Van Slooten, but Kiki Rice has it. 14-footer is good.
Well, in that mid-range game, she's just so electric, doing a nice job, and we talked about the boards right there. Offensive board puts back.
Immediately second chance points for UCLA. Here's Chance Gray. Nice little fake.
We're going to see a lot of on-ball action, a lot of handoff action, trying to get to the paint.
6 to shoot for Rogers. Double teamed. Underneath the Che. Got to put it up right away. Off the glass and good. Filipina Che.
Well, that's going to be a big matchup inside. Filipina Che really doing a great job in the last 4 weeks, developing, getting better, and an offensive threat right there. Obviously, shot clock really late there.
She was supposed to be Sedona Prince's backup, but Prince, elbow surgery. Her college career is over, preparing for the professional ranks. Bessoir's mid-range doesn't go, and Che has the rebound.
Well, that one-and-done defensive attitude by Oregon, Coach talked about it in shoot-around. 40 minutes of rebound time is what they're focusing on. And Che's going to be a huge part of that.
There's a foul on Kiki Rice. Kelly Graves, head coach of the Oregon Ducks in his 9th year after stops at St. Mary's and Gonzaga. Pac-12 Coach of the Year 2019 and 2020. To the Elite 8 in 2017 and 2018. To the Final Four in 2019. To the Sweet 16 last year. And, of course, my analyst, Jennifer Mountain, coached with him at Gonzaga for, 7 years? There's a block by Bessoir.
Yes, we had a great time together at Gonzaga, and he's just done a terrific job of just elevating this program, bringing it back to life, and obviously at a very, very high level. The coaches in this conference, there's just so much talent.
It's hard to fathom now, but that 2017 NCAA tournament berth was Oregon's first since 2005. Good defense by UCLA straight up against the 6'8 Filipina Che.
Well, you're going to see Oregon kind of mixing up the defense, sagging off kind of that pack mentality, making them shoot, improve from the perimeter.
Pow the rebound. Drive And the bucket for India Rogers.
Well, nice take off the bounce there with her left hand, and then comes back and finishes on the floater. Again, there's, you just can see him stepping off a little bit, making them prove it from the perimeter.
Conti around the Bessoir pick. There's Che with the rebound. Only a couple of second chance points for UCLA so far.
Well, and if you're Coach Graves in Oregon, that's a really good stat to watch there. Something that they're really going to focus on all game long.
Pow steps back behind Che. It rattles out. Rebound Bessoir. Here comes Charisma Osborne. Osborne gets a ton of rebounds, 6.5 a game for being 5'9".
Yeah, she's just a tremendous athlete, all hard. I mean, rebounding, part of it is just going for it, and she's just doing a tremendous job.
Here she is. She gets a lot of second chance points. Long range two doesn't go. And Filipina Che already with 3 rebounds.
Well, she's absolutely cleaning up at the defensive end, which Oregon is going to need all game long. There's a steal by Brown.
India Rogers lost it. Osborne, kick it back outside. Conti drives on Rogers, handed off to Rice. Hesitation move. Brown open from the free throw line. Got it.
Well, and Coach Close talked about the come behind right there. Penetration, you're going to have somebody open from behind, and there's a great mid-range jumper right there.
Yeah, well done by Rice to find her senior teammate, Cameron Brown. Averages 3 a game, kind of a glue player for UCLA. Here's Grace Van Sluten, the freshman, driving it in against Brown. Little spin move. Corey Close talked about Grace Van Sluten and how much she admires her and her ability to take the ball on the bounce.
Absolutely. I mean, that's a post player, you know, almost to the three-point line with the spin dribble, come back, move to the rim, and she's doing a really good job. Great body control.
Corey Close in her 12th year after 7 years as associate head coach at Florida State. Last couple of years affected heavily by COVID and injuries. Last year they did make a late run to the semifinals of the WNIT, but Corey said the last 2 years, the toughest of her career. Suffice to say, she is loving coaching this team this season.
Yeah, the chemistry of this group. She just loves how they play for each other. You know, when you're affected by injuries like they were the last couple of years, it's really hard and difficult to stay with it. And she just does a nice job of building young women and doing a nice job with this program, obviously.
And Van Sluten getting a hand in and deflecting one out of bounds on the pass by Lena Sontag.
I've been so impressed with Van Sluten's game. I mean, defensively and offensively, quite frankly. Again, here's Oregon in that zone, kind of pack mentality.
Rice for 3. They left her open, and she hit it. Kiki Rice, 1 for her last 16 over the last 8 games from 3-point range. So they're going to pack it in. They're going to let them shoot threes. At least that's the plan at the beginning. But Kiki Rice hits her first effort.
And that happens sometimes. You got that pack mentality. All of a sudden a team starts, you know, really getting hot. And Oregon's certainly going to have to make adjustments if that happens.
Van Sluten against Zontag, and it doesn't go.
Really, both teams, you know, forcing each other to take tough shots.
Rice on the drive against Pow. That's a great battle right there. The bucket and the foul for Kiki Rice.
Yeah, I mean, really great explosion stepping. You'll see here a nice job, again, of Rice just setting somebody up wide open, knocks the 3, and then really great job getting to the paint, body control, and a finish.
You're watching Pac-12 Network, where champions play. Available on Frontier.
You really have to be determined and have that athlete's mindset.
Every day coming in, doing what you got to do, giving 100%.
And you're certainly not going to win just on your ranking. You got to bring it.
You know, that's just really what separates being good from being great.
Let's go. Set your jaw. Time to go to work.
It is one of the most amazing scenes in all of college athletics.
It was a brilliant display of competitiveness, and that's what this place stands for.
The things that they battled through, and to come out here and have a dominating performance, it means something.
I love this. I want to go back to college.
Have we got a treat for you today?
this is a monster waiting to explode.
When your money's good, you feel good. Easy credit building, early payday, fee-free overdrafts. It's banking the way it should be. Chime, the #1 most loved banking app.
Pac-12 women's basketball is brought to you by Clean Simple Eats, elevating life through food and fitness. By Jockey, the official apparel and comfort brand of the Pac-12 Conference. Look for Jockey's Made in America collection at jockey.com. And by Las Vegas, the greatest arena on earth. 4:55 left here in the first quarter. UCLA leading Oregon 9-6. Matthew Knight Arena in Eugene. Happy holidays, everybody. And these two teams opposing strategies. UCLA, they want to push it. Oregon wants to force UCLA into a half-court game. UCLA, as Jennifer was talking about, they like to crash the offensive glass. Oregon wants to limit them to one shot. UCLA wants to make it a guard game. Oregon wants to make it a post game. What does that last point mean?
Well, you got to take the advantages where you have it, and it's really important. Right now, I would say the advantage for Oregon is inside play. Obviously, on the other side, Kiki Rice, 7 of their 9 points right off the bat. Guard play really dynamic for her and Osborne all year long.
And there is Kiki Rice, who'll go to the free throw line. Last year's Gatorade National Player of the Year and Gatorade National Female Athlete of the Year for all sports. Sidwell Friends School. That's in Washington, D.C. She's from Bethesda, Maryland. And she completes the three-point play.
Yeah, really impressed with her game so far. Obviously, hit that open three, and you look at the stats coming into this game, and UCLA really struggling from the perimeter, but right now shooting the ball pretty well and making it really tough on Oregon offensively, who normally does a great job in the offensive end.
This is Gray against Gabriela Jaquez. Rogers to the corner to Taya Hansen. Rebound tipped by Van Sluten, put back up by Pow Pow, won't go. Then it comes down to Zontag.
And looks like Jones got a piece of that one from behind.
Offensive foul. Christine Iwala, moving screen.
Yeah, just you could see her just kind of move her hip right into her. Good call.
One turnover for each team. Pow Pow.
Well,
Rebound Jaquez.
Oregon really struggling right now from the field. Haven't scored in a little bit over 3 minutes.
They're 0 of 3 from the perimeter, 2 of 10 overall.
UCLA, on the other hand, 3 of 3 and really done a nice job at 6-0 run over this last minute and a half.
Zontag set the screen. Osborne on the drive, and she hits the floater. Osborne with her first bucket.
Just great body control. Good job of getting it up. Seeing Pow Pow, India Rogers, really nice job of getting that ball in transition.
Heads up finish for Dahina Pow Pow for the hesitation, and then the finish. UCLA at 12-1. They've won 5 consecutive. 1-0 in conference play. Zontag against Taya Hansen. Rebound Van Sluten. Here comes Pow Pow. Oregon looking to push it. Pow Pow. Open for 3. London Jones tried to close her out. It was an open 3. She missed it, and then Chance Gray had it taken away.
Good hustle by Jones getting on the floor for that ball. Decent look for Pow Pow. She'd like to have that one back for sure.
Ducks 0 for 4 from beyond the arc.
You can see Oregon right now is mixing up their defense, which is causing a little bit of hesitation, and Oh.
Three-pointer for Osborne and fouled by India Rogers. It's a chance at a 4-point play.
And UCLA, 5 of their last 6, and just doing a great job of scoring from the perimeter, which we talked about, that being part of their weaknesses coming into this game, doing a great job.
They're 2 of 3 from three-point range. They came in 10th in the Pac-12, 26.8% from three-point range.
Well, Coach Close said they like to shoot in this gym earlier today, and it's paying off right now.
Corey Close, head coach of the UCLA Bruins, said, yeah, this is a shooter's gym, and UCLA usually shoots well here. And a 4-point play for Osborne.
Full court pressure by UCLA, trying to mix it up, make things happen.
Here's Hansen against Jaquez. Hosendove puts it in. Bucket for Taylor Hosendove, the 5th-year senior out of Atlanta.
Well, really nice at isolating that side, and Osborne with the answer in transition. You got to get back in transition D if you're Oregon.
Back-to-back threes for Osborne. She suddenly has 9 points. Just a moment ago, she didn't have any.
Yeah, her and Rice really the leaders of this squad.
Thea Hansen answers for Oregon. Former ASU Sun Devil.
You can see both teams getting a little bit more rhythm offensively, especially on the Oregon side, again, mixing up their defense. Looking to bump the guard there and drop him low. Ooh.
Another offensive foul. Cameron Brown's second foul.
Yeah, you'll take a look. She kind of iced it, and Brown just kind of moves in, slides in. That's a great call.
A couple of moving screens here in this first quarter against UCLA.
Good patience right there.
Pop out, lobbed to Van Sluten and out of bounds. That's the 3rd turnover on the Ducks. Oregon averages 11.5 a game. That's 4th in the country for fewest turnovers.
Yeah, really tough angle to hit Van Sluten on that. She's got to get that to the wing position a little bit more. Bounce pass on that baseline side.
Another 3 for Osborne. Defensive rebound, Hosendove. Hesitation by Elise Hurst. Tried to dish to Van Sluten. Ducks turned over consecutive possessions. That doesn't happen often. Spin move for Kiki Rice. Good straight up D by Hansen, out of bounds to the Ducks.
Great anticipation by Hansen right there. Really, she expected her to come over and cut her off, spun back, and she was right there. We'll get a chance to take a look at this, but just a terrific job of anticipating her coming back, holding her ground, and nice block.
Now that didn't work out, but can Kiki Rice play or what?
Oh, man. I've been excited to see her in person. You know, when you see him in person, it's a lot different and very impressive.
Hosendove on the drive. Gets her own rebound. Hansen. Saved by Hosendove, who brings the energy, but it's to Conti. Gina Conti, 6th-year senior.
Yeah, Conti just so solid, smart, can shoot it.
Kiki Rice with it right now, the true freshman from Bethesda, Maryland. Final seconds of the first quarter. Conti gets it off in time. UCLA a 19-12 lead after 1 quarter here at Matthew Knight Arena. Number 10 Bruins facing the number 17 Ducks. Back in a moment to Eugene.
You came in after work, it's the only time you can. Savory steak and bacon, grilled cheese, sounds like a great plan. Wow, kids online are really mean. Sonic steak and bacon, grilled cheese.
Sonic. I'd love to have one of my own someday.
Thanks.
Oh, I was talking about your USAA bumper sticker.
My dad served. Passed membership down to me. I'll pass it to her.
That's a lucky kid.
USAA. It's for the military community.
Saturday. It's a can't-miss triple header on the court. First, the Cardinal look to defend the farm against the Utes. Then, the Buffs and Bears match up in Berkeley, and Oregon rivals square off as the Beavs head over to Eugene. The action tips off Saturday at 1 on Pac-12 Network, presented by Nextiva.
What do you represent? Is it a mood or something more historic? Where do you stand when everybody is on their feet? Are you creating a spectacle or demanding an encore so everybody knows what greatness looks like?
Our Pac-12 champs, the Utes, take on Penn State in the Rose Bowl, and we've got you covered before kickoff. Live from Pasadena, Monday at 1:30 on Pac-12 Network, presented by 76.
My name is Austin James. As a musician living with diabetes, finger sticks can be a real challenge. That's why I use the Freestyle Libre 2 system. With a painless 1-second scan, I know my glucose numbers without finger sticks. Now I'm managing my diabetes better, and I've lowered my A1C from 8.2 to 6.7.
Take the mystery out of managing your diabetes and lower your A1C. Now you know. Try it for free at freestylelibre.us.
UCLA with a 7-point lead after the first quarter, and it's keyed by their defense.
Yeah, you watch the block shots, the deflections. They've done a really nice job of making people uncomfortable. Oregon just not able to get into a flow and really shooting 31%. We were talking about in the break here, kind of they flip-flop what they're really good at right now. And, you know, Oregon just really struggling from the field. Doing a great job on the offensive boards. They got 4-0 boards right now in the quarter. And UCLA just taking it to them from that three-point line, 3 of 5 at 60%.
UCLA 26.8% from three-point range coming into this one. Again, that's 10th in the Pac-12, and the Ducks lead the Pac-12 and 12th in the nation in three-point field goal percentage, 38.6. But the Ducks are 0 for 5. UCLA 3 for 5. Go figure.
Well, you got to credit UCLA's defense. The pressure, they're extending them, pushing them out of where they normally start their sets. So Oregon's got to handle it. There's a good job of putting pressure on themselves.
Rice for 3. Rattles out. Filipina Che tips the rebound and collects it. He's 10th in the country in rebounding, 11.3 per game. Tops in the Pac-12 by a good margin.
Yeah, she's done a nice job and still has so much growth.
Rhea Marshall of USC, second in the Pac-12 in rebounding. The only other one in double figures. We'll see her here on Sunday. Looking forward to that matchup.
Yeah, that's going to be a great battle.
Bailed out by the foul, India Rogers. And it's against Gina Conti.
Rogers really smart coming off that screen, drawing the contact. Conti kind of just out of position, and she took it right at her. That's experience right there.
And so India Rogers to the free throw line. Kelly Graves said earlier this year he wants her to step up in big games. And the conference opener against Oregon State, she had a career-high 34 points. Said she's a great kid, a model student athlete, her teammates love her. And he just said that she needs consistency in her desire to be the best player on the floor because she has the capability to do that on any given night.
Yeah, he really enjoys coaching her. They have a great relationship and, you know, a tremendous transfer for them for sure.
Lena Zontag. Osborne driving it past Hosendove. Back to Zontag. Lena Zontag. UCLA freshman out of Germany hits a 3.
Well, again, it's on that penetration. A guard coming from behind. Defense is collapsing, and they're getting good looks from the perimeter and knocking them down.
She had been 3 for 18 on three-pointers this year before hitting that one. They're now 4 of 7. 17-footer Elise Hurst. Filipina Che offensive rebound. Dishes it off to Hosendove, who puts it in.
I don't know if she did that on purpose, but that got through there, and a nice little offensive board right there for Che.
It worked out.
Yes.
Osborne passes out of the triple team.
Well, they emphasize taking away that mid-range game. You see that ball goes in, they're just swarming in.
Beswar's three. She and Jaquez, their two best three-point shooters. Doesn't go for Rogers. Che, kick it back outside. Second chance opportunity for Rogers. Reloads and knocks it down.
That's the best time to shoot a three is off an offensive board. Chase does a great job, swings it out, extra pass, great shot.
First three-pointer in 6 attempts for Oregon. India Rogers, 50% are coming in from beyond the arc. Beswar, another three-point effort with Rogers' hand in her face. Hosendove trying to call the timeout, and she did it. Heads-up play by Hosendove. India Rogers and the Ducks back within 3.
You can see again just that extra pass off that offensive board and steps in rhythm and knocks it down.
Pac-12 men's and women's basketball is in full swing this weekend with the most in-depth coverage ever on Pac-12 networks. Pre- and post-game coverage continues all weekend, only on Pac-12 Network.
Gatorade Fit. Fitness starts from the inside out. Get healthy, real hydration and no added sugar, artificial sweeteners, or added colors. Gatorade Fit. Healthy, real hydration today helps you fuel tomorrow.
UCLA leading Oregon 22-19, 7:25 to go here in the second quarter. The Oregon Ducks are third of the Pac-12, 11th in the nation in points per game. They score a lot. They move the ball very well. They take care of the ball. They hit the three. But the best part of this graphic to me is the bottom line. Strength of schedule, second of the Pac-12, 13th in the country. J-Mo, this time of year, things aren't apples to apples.
Yeah.
Those Division I ranks are huge considering that the Ducks have played such a tough schedule.
You're absolutely right, and the reason why you play that kind of non-conference schedule is to prepare you for Pac-12 play and hopefully postseason, and they've just put up terrific numbers, you know, and doing a great job.
Van Sluten mid-range. And the rebound by Iwala. The Ducks took a little punch in the mouth at the beginning of this game. They trailed it by 9, 19-10, but they have cut it to 3. Osborne around the Brown pick. And we got a foul. If that's Pow, it's her second. And it is.
Well, Osborne just so smart coming off that on ball, doing a great job. Again, great body control. She's got the ability to get to the rim, obviously, and elevate. And nice little floater. That almost was an and one.
Charisma Osborne. Behind her in your picture is the true freshman sensation, Kiki Rice. And we asked Corey Close, is Charisma bothered by all the hype around Rice? And she said no. She wants to win, but the best part is she doesn't have to play point guard.
Exactly. She's in her true position and kind of takes that pressure off her a little bit. And the two of them just, you know, really complement each other and make it a little bit easier for both of them.
Here comes Chance Gray against Jaquez. Couple of freshmen, foul by Jaquez. And Gray will have the and one opportunity.
Well, an aggressive take to the rim by Gray. She's so good in the open court and a great athlete and a great finish right there. I love the aggressiveness for the freshman.
It's going all the way.
Yeah, defense didn't come over to help, and just a great job of getting to the rim.
What I love about that, Gray's right-handed.
Exactly. I mean, you talk about all these freshmen from both squads. I mean, the future of both teams looks really well, really good.
Top 2 recruiting classes in the country, and there's a block. Elise Hurst rejecting Jaquez. Four to shoot. London Jones knocks down her first effort.
Well, great job by UCLA not panicking in the shock like they're. Jones doing a nice job with that up fake and a mid-range jumper. That's what they're good at.
Yeah, playing like a veteran. Veteran's patience. London Jones, one of those freshmen, Riverside, California native. And pressuring the ball high with India Rogers. Corey Close said she got in her face, said you got to pressure the ball out high against Oregon. And going around a pick, there's a foul coming around that pick as the smaller player, London Jones, dipped his shoulder into Filipina Che.
Well, the thing about the pressure is they're extending them so far past the three-point line. I don't know if you need to fight over that right there, picking up that foul. You can almost go underneath that screen. A lot of contact.
Rogers, they gave her some space and she hits it. India Rogers now 2 of 2 from beyond the arc.
Well, she proved me wrong. You certainly can't go under that right there. She hit a deep three. Great job by Rogers in the read.
10th in the country, coming in at 50% from three-point range. Second in the Pac-12.
Good job of cutting off the paint.
Jones trying to answer, and it's off the glass. Bruins by 4, and there's a takeaway for Kiki Rice. Unable to finish, out of bounds, off of Jaquez and back to Oregon.
Yeah, Rice, great job of anticipating. I think she's got to go in and lower her shoulder a little bit, get to the rim on that instead of falling away.
With 2 elite freshmen right there, Gray against Rice, to another one, Van Sluten. Inside trying to go back to Gray, but the Ducks turn it over on consecutive possessions. They have 6 turnovers in the game. They average 11.5. That's 4th best in the country.
Yeah, and I think, again, you credit UCLA's defense. Just the pressure. They're extending them so far past the three-point line to start their offense. Very physical and very athletic.
Kiki Rice 8 points. Charisma Osborne 11 points. And now Oregon takes it away.
Yeah, well, great defense by Oregon. We're getting a chance to take a look at this, but ball goes to the wing, an automatic double team, trying to make something happen, gets their deflection, gets the steal, and off they go, and they get a foul at the other end.
Van Sluten already with 2 blocks in the game, and now a steal. And a second foul on Gabriela Jaquez. She comes out. Nina Zontag checks back in. Gray created their own mid-range. Doesn't go. Zontag the rebound. Here comes Kiki Rice.
Yeah, good look for Gray. Nice little up fake. Again, I like how Oregon has mixed up their defense into man-to-man right now.
Went under the screen, Rogers did. Rogers takes it away after Iwala couldn't handle it. And the Ducks turn it over again. That's already 7.
Great defense by Rice there.
Lucky there wasn't a reach-in foul on India Rogers there.
Yep.
3-pointer for Osborne, doesn't go. It's off Zontag. Iwala has it, puts it up and in. Count the bucket and the foul. Christine Ewala with a chance at a three-point play.
You see her kind of, is she going to pass it, going to go to score? She should have just gone to the rim there, got the block going the other way. Kiki Rice just doing a good job of anticipating Rogers.
First foul on Filipina Che. They got to keep her out of foul trouble.
Yeah, they cannot afford to have her on the bench.
Ewala unable to complete the three-point play. Gray for three. She has a sweet stroke, and she hits it.
Well, that's where Oregon is so good in transition set shots. Coach Close said they needed to take away, and there's a deflection right there by Hurst.
Another disruption for Elise Hurst. Fifth-year senior transfer last year, the University of New Mexico. As a New Mexico freshman 4 years ago, broke the school's single-game scoring record, 39 points against Oklahoma.
It's a lot of points.
Rice against Hurst. There's another deflection, this one from Grace Van Slooten. 12 on the timer, 3:21 in the half. 3-point UCLA lead. They've led by as many as 9.
Oregon going through their zone defense here.
Zontag looks like she put it to the floor. It's a traveling violation. Here's Zontag, the freshman from Germany. One of the great freshman class. There's her sister, Freddie, who flew in from Berlin yesterday to Portland. She's going to see the game here and then the one on Sunday at Oregon State. Then she's going to go down to LA and spend about 10 days there. Freddie Zontag, 27 years old. There she is.
Nice to have family, able to visit during the holidays and spend some time.
Rena had not seen Freddie since July.
Well, all the delays in the airports here and there, thank goodness she got in.
Yeah.
Everybody's experiencing that right now. A lot of bus rides right now.
One more coming for Rogers. And she brings the Ducks to within 1.
Rogers with 11 in this game right now, doing just a great job of kind of controlling the tempo for Oregon offensively.
Osborne faked it, takes the three. Kiki Rice, second opportunity for UCLA.
And that's the area that if you're Oregon, you've got to do a better job. You make them take that contested three or a three-point shot. You got to rebound.
They now have 4 offensive rebounds, and Rice able to capitalize. And they have 8 second chance points.
Great body control by Rice.
And Rice on the other end takes it away. Rice dribbles behind her back, trying to go all the way, throws it up and gets it down. Wow.
Wow.
Entertaining play for Kiki Rice on both ends. Suddenly it's a 5-point game. She's a true freshman. What an incredible future. The present ain't too bad either. Offensive foul on Grace Van Slooten.
Just great anticipation by Rice and on the defensive end and behind the back, getting to the rim. And I don't think she even saw the rim when she shot that ball, but that was all her.
This big news in late October when it was announced that Kiki Rice had become the first college athlete to get an NIL sponsorship deal with Jordan Brand.
Yep.
They chose a woman. They chose a woman of color.
Yeah, just a great job.
All right, official Brian Woods comes over and explains to us that the last play is under review for the severity of the contact to see if it should be more than a common foul.
Well, Van Slooten kind of used her arm or elbow just to create a little bit of space, but I don't think it will be elevated at this point.
Yeah, when it happened in real time, I didn't think it was enough.
Yeah.
Anthony Robinson, Bob Schofield looking at it.
Yeah, kind of tough angle to see right there. But again, I just think it's a normal basketball play, just pushed off a little too hard.
Zontag took it in the midsection.
Probably just knocked the air out of her a little bit.
Freshman from Germany. Played for German junior national teams as well as the senior national team. And Anthony Robinson says it is a common foul. Nice for her to come explain it. Corey Close expressing her displeasure to Bob Schofield.
Yeah, I think that was the right call. I mean, I don't think there was any intention behind it. She was just trying to create space.
First foul on Grace Van Sluten, uber talented freshman for Oregon. If you're just joining us, Oregon and UCLA. UCLA, the #1 recruiting class in the nation coming into this year. Oregon, #2 recruiting class in the country, according to the ESPN. There's a block for Van Sluten. She has 3 blocks to go along with a steal.
Great defense by Oregon there, extending the pressure a little bit on the perimeter because UCLA has been able to shoot the ball, and then just a nice job one-on-one by Van Sluten down low.
Oregon down one of the players in their recruiting class. Jenna Asai transferring to BYU for reported personal reasons. Or passed by Gray, read well by Beswar. Out of bounds back to Oregon with 7 on the timer and 1:18 left in the half.
Yeah, fortunate that wasn't going the other way. Short clock here for Oregon. They got to go quick.
Now the Ducks turn it over again. Incredibly, that's their 10th. They average 11.5 a game. Great defense by UCLA. Rice to Conti.
Well, Coach Close really likes how they're playing defense. And there's another offensive foul on the screen.
That's 3 times UCLA has turned it over. 3 of their 6 turnovers have been on moving screens.
Well, part of that's on the guards spot. They got to wait just a second, let them get set.
Gabriela Jaquez now has 3 fouls. Oregon had been within 1 at 31-30. Good move by Van Sluten, unable to finish, put back up by Hosendug. She's got 6.
She's come in and been really productive off the bench. Great offensive board.
Kiki Rice for 3, splash. Rice came in 3 of 21 on 3-pointers this year, 1 for his last 16. The takeaway, Brown unable to capitalize on it.
Oregon very fortunate there.
Five seconds left in the half. India Rogers going to work, way out high, puts it up, and Beswar got a hand on it for a block. And it's a 6-point advantage at halftime for UCLA.
And just a great job, I think, defensively by UCLA, forcing Oregon to be uncomfortable, difficult shots. I think they did a better job in this second quarter, but offensively, UCLA really good.
Pac-12 halftime report coming up with Ashley Adamson and Charlie Turner-Thorne, longtime ASU head coach, making her Pac-12 Network's debut this year. And we are joined with our Zayo connection by Corey Close, head coach of the UCLA Bruins. Your thoughts on your team's defense in this first half?
Subpar, actually. You know, it's nice to have the lead, but we gave up too many offensive rebounds. Credit to them. Right out of the first timeout, 5 points right out of the timeout to offensive rebounds. Transition defense assignments missed. Against a really good team like Oregon, you can't have those missed assignments. I'd say B-.
Well, you talk about your defense, but your offense has been really good this first half, especially in different flows. How are you guys getting shots and really Kiki Rice getting her going?
Well, I think that they're playing percentages right, and coming into this game, Kiki may have been 1 for 16, but I see the work she puts in. They're playing zone on all their makes, player to player on misses, and so we're getting into seams, and I thought if we could shoot it well, Riz shot it pretty well, and then Kiki got some good threes. Now we got to make them stretch, and we got to attack the paint. We allowed them to go to their small lineup and really not punish them inside, and we need to do a better job having a balance between those three-point shots versus the zone, but also getting some high percentage shots in the paint.
Okay, Corey, thanks a lot.
You bet. Thank you.
All right, Corey Close, head coach of the UCLA Bruins. Pac-12 halftime report is coming up. Ashley Adamson and Charlie Turner-Thorne. Highlights from the day in Pac-12 hoops. And they'll take a look at some highlights of this game as well. 38-32 UCLA at halftime.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for
Date night, medium rare.
Hello, boys.
What time is it?
Chocolate.
Hi. Speakeasy.
Muscles.
Tea time. Deep tissue.
Oh, just buy them already.
Omakase. Lady freaking Gaga?
The greatest day
Night.
In the history of
Maryland. Detroit.
And Las Vegas. You know who loves you? MGM, baby.
Aw, I love to have one of my own someday.
Thanks. She's 9 months. Say hi.
Oh, I was talking about your USAA bumper sticker. I tried everything to get a membership.
Yeah. My dad served in the Marines. He passed membership down to me. I'll pass it to her.
Wow. That's a lucky kid. Who's he?
That's Grunk.
Oh, the I'm special guy.
USAA. It's for the military community and their families.
When your money's good, you feel good.
Thank you.
Easy credit building, early payday, fee-free overdrafts. It's banking the way it should be. Chime, the #1 most loved banking app.
Well, we got a good one in Eugene. Welcome to the Pac-12 halftime report. How about Kiki Rice, the freshman? Nice move to the bucket. Bruins lead the Ducks 38-32 on the road as we welcome you inside our Pac-12 Network studios in San Francisco. Charlie Turner-Thorne, Ashley Adamson back with you. Okay, Corey Close at halftime told our crew, I give my defense a B-. Too harsh? Because they're playing well.
But they're having lapses. You know, we had the holiday break, but she wants them to sustain things. Oregon plays a frenetic pace. They're giving up offensive rebounds. They have forced turnovers. Oregon's at their game high at 10, or 11 actually, 11 now for the half. So, but high standards.
I've never seen a coach at halftime, even no matter how big the lead is, feel like their team is playing well.
Exactly.
Saying things are good. There's always adjustments to be
But there
made.
was open shots.
Yeah.
I mean, Oregon honestly just missed. So I think Corey was spot on.
How about Kiki Rice? She comes in, I mean, and Corey alluded to this as well, hadn't been hitting the three coming into this game, and here she is. She's had a huge impact, 15 points, 2 of 3 from beyond the arc.
Well, and Corey said she's getting in the gym, she's getting reps. Obviously, one of the best freshmen in the country. And it always goes that way. As soon as you go, oh, we're going to play the percentages and we're not going to guard the person who has the low percentages, and then they go 2 for 3 on you, Ashley. It's
how it goes.
Never failing.
Yeah.
So we'll see if she can sustain it in the second half, because I think Oregon's going to play a lot of zone.
UCLA has done a fantastic job on Grace Van Sloot, and 0 for 4 so far from the floor. We'll get back to Eugene in a bit, but let's show you what happened on the Palouse. This was a wild game. Cami Etheridge, Lynn Roberts, Washington State, and Utah. Utes unbeaten coming in. No Charlize Ledger Walker, but still somehow it comes right down to it. Alyssa Peely fantastic as always. 18 points for her in this game. Esther Tahina, getting her first start in place of Charlize Ledger-Walker, had some big buckets. That cut the lead to 2. They were down 20 in the first half. They have a chance to tie and go to overtime. Ula Matuga, it looked like it was good.
Those are ones that you never forget.
You never forget. Never forget. All right, this is going to be one that we know Dorian Thompson-Robinson is never going to forget. His final game as a Bruin. We'll show you how it ended in the Sun Bowl coming up.
In Las Vegas, it is always on. From showtime to go time to play that back in slow-mo time. It's 5 square miles and then some of heart racing, pulse pounding, barely catch your breath time. So if you're ready for the spotlight, come ready to play. Because there's only one place. You are never on the sidelines. Las Vegas, the greatest arena on earth.
Premium cotton, grown and sewn in America. The new Jockey Made in America tee is the most comfortable t-shirt you'll ever wear. Just know that you're supporting American workers who craft the comfort Americans have trusted since 1876. Remember, there's only one Jockey.
All of Sonic's under $2 craves are under $2, so you can get something tasty without breaking the bank. Sonic under $2 craves.
Sonic. Old Trapper beefs. One-upping.
I love Old Trapper. I love how tender it is.
Don't forget the wood smoke flavor.
Savory beef.
Quality ingredients.
I'm their biggest fan.
Old Trapper. What's your beef?
You want to be the best in the world? You came to the right place.
Let's go!
We make the best better. In the lab, in the classroom, in real life. We turn research into reality. We can do all that faster than you can say, go! The world has serious questions. We have answers. The University of Oregon.
All right, back on the Pac-12 halftime report. Let's check out some football action from earlier today. Chip Kelly and the Bruins trying to get to 10 wins, taking on Pittsburgh in the Sun Bowl. No Zach Charbonnet. Dorian Thompson-Robinson finds Titus Mokiao Atimalala for the 28-yard touchdown. DTR, though, this isn't the game that he wanted in the end. It looked like things were going well. Jalen Davies, the pick six. First UCLA pick six in a bowl game since Miles Jack had one in the Sun Bowl in 2013. They were up 28-14, but fourth quarter, Pitt comes back. Rodney Hammond Jr. ties it up at 28. DTR had 3 picks in this game. He would end up getting knocked out late. Ethan Garber's in. TJ Harden there for the touchdown. 35-34, Bruins on top, but too much time left on the clock. Pitt drives, and Ben Sauls kicks his 5th field goal of the game, a heartbreaker for DTR and the Bruins. 37-35, the final in El Paso. So Pac-12 now 3-2 in bowl games. There's 2 left, though. The Cotton and the Rose coming up Monday, January 2nd. We will be in Pasadena with the pregame show immediately following that great women's matchup between Arizona and Stanford. And, of course, we'll have you covered on the post-game report. Utah and Penn State, it is going to be a good one. We know it's going to be a good second half from Eugene, and D. Rogers leading the Ducks with 12 points. They got some work to do, down 6 at the break to the Bruins. Enjoy the rest of the game. We'll see you afterwards.
My name is Austin James. As a musician living with diabetes, finger sticks can be a real challenge. That's why I use the Freestyle Libre 2 system. With a painless 1-second scan, I know my glucose numbers without finger sticks. Now I'm managing my diabetes better, and I've lowered my A1C from 8.2 to 6.7.
Take the mystery out of managing your diabetes and lower your A1C. Now you know. Try it for free at freestylelibre.us.
think they can hold me down. Pushing my face to the ground. I got my feet planted deep, my heart for the beat, I will not see defeat. Or you think I'm giving up now? I'm going high as the clouds. Just get my feet off the floor. Let me go, let me go, let me go. Oh, you gotta let it go. You gotta let them roll.
Join us live from Pasadena to wrap up the 109th Rose Bowl Monday after the game on Pac-12 Network, presented by 76.
I need business communication that works anywhere I do. Some of the tools may work outside the office, but others definitely don't. Sort of a mess for IT. That's where Nextiva comes in. Nextiva has powerful, easy-to-use communication tools, which means deeper connections with your customers. And you can use these tools anywhere, the office, home, and everywhere in between. So no matter where you are, Nextiva keeps you connected with your customers and your teammates.
And happy holidays from all of us with Pac-12 Network and the Pac-12 Conference. Kiki Rice, the true freshman, 15 points, couple of rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals. She hit a couple of three-pointers in that first half. India Rogers, 12 points, 10 of them in the second quarter, keeping the Ducks in this game. Along with Jennifer Mountain, I'm Rich Burke. We've heard a lot about Kiki Rice, one of the top recruits in the nation this year, but seeing her in person is something else.
Yeah, she did it all for UCLA in this first half. You know, offensively and defensively making things happen. The leader offensively with Osborne, and just terrific. Can do it a lot of different ways, and really nice to see in person.
And let's take a look at some of the ways Kiki Rice did things in this first half.
Yeah, you see her right off the bat, again, making things happen. The floor general really going at it defensively, making things happen, going in the open court, getting to the paint. And Coach Close talked about how good she is in the open floor. And again, body control. There's the steal. We saw this one. I'm not sure, again, how she got it to the rim, but great body control and strength. Great job in the open court. And like you said earlier, hit a couple threes. India Rogers, same thing, did a great job of being a leader for Oregon. They needed her to step up offensively, getting to the rim, coming back with the right hand. Did a nice job with the kick out, extra pass on the 3, and had a great first half. Again, a little bit of defense, and then hits that open three-point shot for the Ducks, and at time they wanted that.
Yeah, did they ever need that? And they might have got blown out in the first half, if not for the play of India Rogers. The best thing here for UCLA is the three-point field goal percentage. They came in at just 26.8%, 42% in the first half, 6 of 14. The Ducks, meanwhile, tops in the conference, 12th in the nation, 38.6% three-pointers. They were 3 of 9. Ducks out-rebounding UCLA 22-14, but it's the Bruins with a 6-point lead at halftime.
When your money's good, you feel good.
Nice.
Early payday, fee-free overdrafts, no monthly fee. It's banking the way it should be. Chime, the #1 most loved banking app.
UCLA is here.
And here. Even way up here.
Bruins every day are making a difference. Care to join us?
Getting ready to start the third quarter. Our Zayo connection with Ducks head coach Kelly Graves. Kelly, what do you have to do to get Tahina Paopao and Grace Van Slooten going?
Well, Tahina's been in a lot of games like this. She's got to do it for herself. But we need her. We combined Grace and Tahina combined for 4 points. We're not going to beat anybody doing that in this conference. And then you let Rice and Osborne go off for like 26 or 28, whatever they got. So we just got to tighten up the D, play with a little bit more intensity, and quit playing on our heels down here at the offensive end. We haven't gotten into any kind of rhythm. So, all right, you guys, I got to go.
Okay, thanks a lot. Ducks head coach Kelly Graves. There's Grace Van Slooten, just 2 points. And frankly, not a lot of offensive touches in the first half. It was 0 of 4. Tahina Paopao, 1 of 5. Drew a couple of fouls.
Well, he's absolutely right. You got to get those two involved right off the bat here, set the tone for the second half.
So Paopao to work against Osborne. A couple of veteran guards. Rogers picked up by Osborne. High-low, Chada Van Slooten. Van Slooten can't finish, and it's tipped by Bessoir to Conti.
Tough catch on that high-low, but just got to gather a little bit, get more ground, go up strong.
Oregon had an early lead at 6-4. They later trailed at 19-10. There's a three-pointer by Conti. And how about the Bruins? 7 of 15 from three-point range.
Well, you heard Coach Close talk about playing the numbers, and right now the numbers game is definitely in UCLA's favor, just getting great looks from the three-point line and knocking them down with confidence.
Nothing there for Paopao. There's another high-low from Chada Van Slooten. This time she converts.
Great patience on the pass, letting Van Slooten get position, and a great finish.
Filipina Che, top rebounder in the conference, impressed with her passing. And there's a block for Van Slooten. She has 4 blocks in the game.
Well, unlucky right there. Great job of getting the block, just nobody else ready to pick up that loose ball.
5 to shoot. Conti puts it up for 3. Rattles out. Shea comes down with a rebound and draws the foul. That, in fact, was Van Slooten's first block of this game, and she inbounds it to India Rogers.
Well, you can see their emphasis is trying to get the ball inside. We talked about it in the open. Oregon really wanting to make this a post game and felt they have an advantage inside.
Foul at the other end, by the way, on Emily Bessoir was her first. Rogers on the drive. Shea offensive rebound. Taken away by Conti. Filipina trying to pass it out. Would you like to see her try to go up strong there?
She's got to, especially with 3-2 on the clock. Have some awareness, didn't hit the rim. She's got to go back up with that.
Nice little crossover against Van Slooten. Shea the rebound.
That's a nice little look.
Here's Van Slooten, spin move herself, and she gets blocked by Brown and a foul called.
Well, a great job of attacking the rim. Great spin move. 2 blocks, but just kind of followed through with the body there. Good call. And Van Slooten to the line.
2 fouls on Bessoir. Grace Van Slooten, 67% from the free throw line. Ducks are 8 of 8 at the line tonight. Came in 11th in the conference, 67%. And a 5-point game.
Well, the one thing, if you're struggling to score as a player, getting yourself to the free throw line is a way to get yourself going. So you like to see her do that as a freshman. To your point, she just hasn't had a lot of touches.
Rice goes up, draws the foul. Talk about being adept at drawing fouls. Kiki Rice, Filipina Che's second foul. And Kiki Rice to the free throw line. The heralded freshman. Told you that it was big news in late October when she became the first college athlete to get an NIL sponsorship deal with Jordan Brand. And she's just the opposite of being full of herself. She gave all her teammates a pair of shoes. She gave the coaches shoes. She found out the shoe sizes for all the support staff and gave them shoes as well.
That just tells you what kind of kid she is. And it's impressive. She's been very impressive today. And
Pow knocks it down. Ducks' fourth three-pointer of the night in 10 attempts. Tahina's 1 for 4.
Well, in a timely one at that, again, Oregon switching up the defenses on makes and misses.
Osborne trying to answer, can't do it. Hit a couple early, has been cold since, and out of bounds to the Ducks.
And Che doing a really nice job of getting position down low to rebound. Coach Graves talked about it, shoot around 40 minutes of rebound time, and guards have really got to play a big part of that.
Yeah, what was his line? 40 minutes of rebound focus.
Yep.
And there's a foul on Kiki Rice. That's her second. Backcourt reach in for Kiki Rice. And he said in particular, don't let Charisma Osborne get offensive rebounds.
Yeah, that was the main focus. Do not let her get a second chance opportunity.
Kiki Rice was calling for defensive help, but then India Rogers backed off. And there's a reach in, or pass by Chance Gray. That's at least her second turnover. And it's out of bounds to Oregon. Van Sluten getting it back for the Ducks.
Again, really good pressure. Every time that they've double-teamed, Oregon's double-teamed, good things have happened. You can see they're trying to pick the pace up a little bit and make things happen. I'll tell you, this is going to come down to getting stops.
Pow against Zontag. She went deep in the woods, unable to finish. And there's a foul against India Rogers. That's her second.
Yeah, both teams really picking up quick fouls here in the guard spot, just being a little bit handsy, too aggressive.
Rogers, USC transfer, second year with the Ducks after a couple of years with the Trojans. Trojans will be here on Sunday. Only a couple of players remain from when she was with the Trojans a couple of years ago. Che with a rejection.
Great help defense and great timing by Che on that block.
Elise Hurst. Now Van Sluten, give her some space. She'll go to work on the drive, and she does against Zontag. Floats it up and in, and she'll have a chance to tie the game as Zontag commits the foul. First foul on Lena Zontag.
Well, again, you see the timing of Che coming over. Great job on the block there, getting the board, and then off they go. Van Sluten doing a wonderful job pivoting. Great body control and the finish off the glass.
Chance to tie the game, unable to do it. Grace Van Sluten, during the true freshman season, had a season-high 29 points in San Diego against number 3 Ohio State before the break. Zontag for 3, hit one earlier. That one rattles out, tipped by Osborne, and pulled down by Hurst.
Yeah, that's a tough matchup. Good vision.
And Che puts it in to give the Ducks their first lead since it was 6-4.
Good job of the big run on the floor, rim run, and finding her in transition.
I'm really impressed with Filipina Che in all aspects of the game.
And there's so much more to come to her game. She hasn't played for that long, and like you said, with Sedona out.
Iwala against Che.
Iwala with a really strong move, coming back to her left hand, and a big finish and a good answer for UCLA.
Freshman from San Antonio. Rogers went for the reverse. Sontag was there for the block. At the other end, Conti with the rim run.
Well, you got to get back in transition. UCLA so quick and getting up the floor, and that's what they want to do. They want to run.
Oregon wants to force them into a half-court game. Rice getting a hand in there. 5 to shoot for the Ducks. Rogers going to work against Rice. Che set up a wall of a pick on Rice. It's up and doesn't go. Che went up, and it's pulled out of the pile by Rice. Osborne, 15-footer, gets it. Osborne now with 13 points.
She's so good in the mid-range. You just cannot give her looks like that. Pow coming back the other way.
Offensive foul against the Ducks. 3:46 left here in the third quarter. It's a 6-0 run for UCLA to regain the lead. Che with a bucket that gave Oregon a short-lived advantage with the Bruins back in front.
You're watching Pac-12 Network, where champions play. Available on Fubo.
Premium cotton, grown and sewn in America. The new Jockey Made in America tee is the most comfortable t-shirt you'll ever wear. Just know that you're supporting American workers who craft the comfort Americans have trusted since 1876. Remember, there's only one Jockey.
When it comes to Pac-12 women's basketball, numbers don't lie. And there are no signs of slowing down. Top talent not only chooses but thrives in the Pac-12. Get your tickets now for the 2023 Pac-12 Women's Basketball Tournament March 1st through 5th at Mandalay Bay's Michelob Ultra Arena in Las Vegas. These student athletes are going to light up Las Vegas. Get all the details at pac-12.com/tickets.
What do you represent? Is it a mood or something more historic? Are you creating a spectacle or demanding an encore so everybody knows what greatness looks like?
Pac-12 men's and women's basketball is in full swing this weekend with the most in-depth coverage ever on Pac-12 networks. Pre- and post-game coverage continues all weekend, only on Pac-12 Network. Saturday, it's a can't-miss triple header on the court. First, the Cardinal look to defend the farm against the Utes. Then, the Buffs and Bears match up in Berkeley, and Oregon rivals square off as the Beavs head over to Eugene. The action tips off Saturday at 1 on Pac-12 Network, presented by Nextiva.
Pac-12 women's basketball is brought to you by MGM Rewards. Earn points on every game-winning celebration. Visit mgmrewards.com for details. By Jockey, the official apparel and comfort brand of the Pac-12 Conference. Look for Jockey's Made in America collection at jockey.com. And by Sprouts Farmers Market, the official grocer of the Pac-12. India Rogers on the left, Charisma Osborne on the right. A look at them through the years. And of course, India, former USC Trojan, now in her second year with the Ducks. Her former team will be here on Sunday. Osborne, meanwhile, her fourth year with the UCLA Bruins. Entered this year, 3 years, 82 games, 79 starts, so now 96 games and 92 starts for Charisma Osborne, who has it against Elise Hurst, and Taya Hansen coming out for the double team, passes out of it. There's a foul called against the Ducks.
Well, and actually fortunate for the Ducks because she had somebody wide open underneath the rim. Nice find. UCLA on a 6-0 run over the last just under a minute and a half. Just when you thought Oregon kind of got the momentum, a quick response and just a great job by UCLA.
That was the first foul on Taya Hansen. Osborne all the way. They parted the Red Sea. Easy bucket for Charisma Osborne, who has 15.
Great take, but just no help defense by Oregon from the weak side.
Back to a 7-point advantage for UCLA. Their biggest lead was 9. Then they fell behind by 1. And since then, they're on an 8-0 run. Pow around the Hosendove pick. Hansen drives against Zontag.
UCLA doing a really nice job of cutting off the penetration, making it difficult for Oregon to score in the paint.
And the foul is on Emily Bessoir, her third. Fifth foul of the quarter for UCLA. Bessoir out, and Gabriela Jaquez in for the Bruins. Gabriela's brother Jaime will be featured on Pac-12 Network along with the UCLA Bruins. Coming up when we're done, Ted Robinson and Bill Walton will be in Pullman for the Bruins game against the Cougars. Bill Walton making his first visit to Pullman, we understand, in 48 years since he was a player.
That's something.
There's Gabriela, her brother Jaime, averaging 17 points, 6 rebounds for the 11th ranked Bruin men.
I bet that was a highly competitive household.
And there's a blocking foul called against Taya Hansen, her second foul. Crowd didn't like it. They thought it could have been a charge against Charisma Osborne. Here's her position.
Ooh, that's close. You know who displays who there.
I think I agree with the call. Zontag, rebound Osborne, averages 6.5 rebounds a game.
There's that rebound that he was talking about. I think she only has 2 on the game right now.
16-footer, Osborne, second chance points.
Man, I'll tell you, that's a tough shot. She's got somebody in her face, mid-range. Just a great player.
Yeah, she just willed that ball in.
And you love to have senior leadership on the floor like that.
Scoop through hoop by Pow against the taller player. Doesn't go. Out of bounds with 15 on the timer. Cameron Brown in. Luna Zontag out for UCLA. Pow for 3. They need it. They get it.
Great execution on the baseline, out of bounds, and a huge shot for Pow. You're absolutely right, Rich. They needed that 3. Again, UCLA's defense just putting a lot of pressure on Oregon. Switching up the defense again.
Yep, Ducks going into a zone. Slight deflection for Rogers, but it found its way to Conti. Now with 5 to shoot. Osborne stepped past Hansen. Won't go for the mid-range. Rebound ripped away by Hosendove.
Nice job by Hosendove. She's given the Ducks good minutes today.
Pow again. Rebound tipped away by Hosendove, away from Osborne, out of bounds to UCLA. Pow missed that 3-pointer, but previous trip down the floor, he'd want to make it a 4-point game.
Doing a nice job coming off that screen in a nice set. Good rhythm. I think this place would have went crazy if she would have hit this last one.
Seeing a Pow. Goal to be all Pac-12 defensive team. She averages 8 disruptions a game, according to Kelly Graves. Tipped pass, block, steal, taking a charge, diving for a ball.
And those are the kind of stats that really matter. You don't see them necessarily in a stat line, but they make a huge difference.
Cameron Brown floats it up and in. And 1. What a bucket for the veteran Cameron Brown.
I like her energy.
4th year as a role player with UCLA.
Great job of just taking it mid-range. Finish and grading motion. Plays a role.
First foul on Taylor Hosendove.
Watching her and shoot around, just really doing a great job of picking her teammates up.
Last year played the final 17 games, coming off ACL surgery the year before. Rebound tipped by Hosendove and pulled down by Brown after the missed free throw.
Great job by UCLA again of crashing the glass. Their bread and butter.
Osborne over Hosendove. Hosendove with the rebound. And we got a whistle as Elise Hurst is hurt. And with the Ducks' shortage of players, but with Sedona Prince having her college career come to an end back in October, and with Jenna Isai transferring out, they have 8 active players until Kennedy Basham is available, hopefully later in January, coming off an injury.
Yeah, their depth obviously in jeopardy there, and then hate to see somebody else go out. He talked about that being a huge factor, is being healthy.
Pow tried to dish it underneath the Van Sluten, taken away by UCLA. Hansen getting a hand in, and it's out of bounds to the Bruins.
Well, I tell you, UCLA's defense cutting off penetration, not allowing them to get to the paint, get to the baseline where they can make things happen. Oregon really struggling a little bit to find some rhythm offensively here, down 6.
And I love that Bob Schofield, the referee. He picked up Taya Hansen. She got up and gave him a hug. Like, thank you, sir. 4-second differential. Shot clock and game clock here at the end of the third. Osborne against Hansen.
I think they're going to get Rice.
Yeah, Kiki Rice, 3rd foul. Watch the middle of your screen.
Trying to post up. Yeah, just got her up by the head. Anything above the shoulders is a major emphasis. Good switch.
Final play of the third quarter. India Rogers trying to draw a foul, maybe get the and one, unable to do it. And it's a 6-point lead for UCLA. So here in the third quarter, Oregon went on a run and took a 1-point lead, but then UCLA wrests control again as we head to the fourth.
You came in after work, it's the only time you can. Savory steak and bacon, grilled cheese, sounds like a great plan. Wow, kids online are really mean. Sonic steak and bacon, grilled cheese.
Sonic. I need business communication that works anywhere I do. Some of the tools may work outside the office, but others definitely don't. Sort of a mess for IT. That's where Nextiva comes in. Nextiva has powerful, easy-to-use communication tools, which means deeper connections with your customers. And you can use these tools anywhere, the office, home, and everywhere in between. So no matter where you are, Nextiva keeps you connected with your customers and your teammates.
Your granddaughter's gonna love that. Third-generation sailor.
Sailor? Make sure she joins USAA.
My family loves USAA. We've been members for 40 years. But you can keep trying, though.
USAA. It's for the military community.
You deserve a better credit score.
Whoa.
Chime can help no matter where you're at.
Whoa.
Because with everyday purchases and on-time payments,
Whoa.
things can happen a lot easier.
Whoa.
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 Oh, you deserve some credit.
Whoa.
Get started at Chime.com.
And here is today's jockey difference maker, Charisma Osborne, already with 17 points, averages 18.1. Just does things so well, so smoothly.
Yeah, and just a variety of different ways. Takes what the defense gives her, can shoot the three, can get to the rim, and mid-range game is phenomenal.
So Osborne, the senior from Moreno Valley, California, with the women. Surrounded by a great freshman class. But she is their leading scorer. Kiki Rice with 16, 2 off her career high here in her true freshman season. So what do you expect Oregon to do here to get back and erase a 6-point deficit?
Well, they need to take care of the ball, and they need to get into a better offensive flow, get to the rim, but it's going to come down to getting stops. Both teams defensively are going to be huge this quarter. Van Sloten, 2 people lost their shoes.
On the drive, Kiki Rice throws it up and in. Incredible the way she is able to finish. I guess scorers just know how to do that, don't they?
That, and she's just got great body control. Takes the lane. That's strength right there. You know, the ball got tipped, kind of got loose in her hands and followed with it. And two Ducks with no shoes on in that possession.
Third foul on India Rogers. It's a new career high for Kiki Rice, 19 points.
Well, I was actually just going to say at the beginning of this quarter, she was kind of quiet in that third quarter. And obviously starting it off in the first 15 seconds for UCLA.
Had just 1 point in that third quarter. 9-point UCLA lead, matching their biggest. Pow in deep, trying to dish it off to Van Sloten. The Ducks turn it over incredibly for the 16th time. 4th best in the nation, 11.5 per game coming in. Van Sloten with a block, her second of the game, but Jaquez on the second chance puts it up and in.
There's that offensive glass right there. Coach Graves going to call timeout.
An early timeout here in the fourth quarter. Corey Close, her team now with the 11-point advantage. Kiki Rice somehow able to finish.
My name is Austin James. As a musician living with diabetes, finger sticks can be a real challenge. That's why I use the Freestyle Libre 2 system. With a painless 1-second scan, I know my glucose numbers without finger sticks. Now I'm managing my diabetes better, and I've lowered my A1C from 8.2 to 6.7.
Take the mystery out of managing your diabetes and lower your A1C. Now you know. Try it for free at freestylelibre.us.
Don't let them tell you no lies. Keep your head up, passing by. You know what you can endure. Never think that's what you are here for. Go ahead, give it a try. You know just as well as I do we fly. Go ahead, give them some more. Just when you think there's a left, give them all. You gotta let them know. You gotta let them know. You gotta let it go. You gotta let them know.
Pac-12 Our Stories takes you behind the curtain. Watch the latest episode anytime on Pac-12 Now. Presented by Chime.
Our Pac-12 champs, the Utes, take on Penn State in the Rose Bowl, and we've got you covered before kickoff. Live from Pasadena, Monday at 1:30 on Pac-12 Network. Presented by 76.
UCLA has opened up their biggest lead, 59-48, 9:17 to go here. Third game of our quadruple header here on Pac-12 Network. Coming up next, the number 11 UCLA men visit Washington State. Jaime Jaquez averaging 17 points, 6 rebounds, almost 2 steals a game. Mohamed Gay, the leading scorer for Washington State, 13.5, along with 8.2 rebounds and 1 block. Washington State coming off going 1-2 at the Diamond Head Classic over Christmas. They beat George Washington, lost to Hawaii and Utah State. Javi Jaquez, sister Gabriela, playing for the 10th-ranked UCLA women. 2 points so far in this one. One of those great freshmen in their recruiting class. Jaquez averaging 7 points a game. Had a season-high 15 points in the last game 10 days ago against Fresno State. On the drive, India Rogers, tipped by Van Sluten out to Taya Hansen, who runs right into Osborne, and Charisma is hurt. At the other end, Conti lays it up and in. Timeout while they check on Osborne, who is in pain.
She got hit hard.
Oh.
You just hate to see this.
Yes, and you knew it right when it happened.
Yep.
It was a violent collision.
Yeah, she got hit hard. You know, you're going for a loose ball. It's the basketball play for sure, but you just hate to see somebody of that caliber, anybody, quite frankly, getting hit like that.
So Charisma Osborne being tended to right now after that collision. Certainly nothing intentional about it. Stuart Hart, the athletic performance coach on the right. Along with the trainer.
Yeah, I mean, you don't know if it's a shoulder or a clavicle. Knocked the wind out of her. She got hit real hard. Just being smart, getting her up nice and slow.
Taya Hansen coming over and patting her on the shoulder after the collision with Osborne. And our best to Charisma. We hope that she is okay.
Oh, absolutely. You mentioned earlier, we talked about the injuries that they've gone through in the last couple of years, and you hate to see her walk into the locker room tonight.
Alexa Blatt, the trainer for UCLA. Now 13-point Bruin advantage, and we have a whistle and a foul away from the ball on Gina Conti. Second foul on Conti. 13-point Bruin lead, biggest of the game. Conti takes it away. Conti the other end. Gives the Bruins a 15-point advantage.
Again, Oregon just not handling the pressure defense from UCLA, kind of in bad spots, making passes, allowing people to get their hands on things.
Van Sluten puts it in. She now has 10.
She loves that spin back to the middle.
Teams respond differently to coming back from Christmas break. Little step back by Jaquez, and she gets the bucket. She's got 4. 65-50 UCLA. Some of Oregon's players arrived late. Chance Gray didn't get here till yesterday. Grace Van Sluten been relatively quiet tonight. Averages 16 coming in. She has 10 now.
Yeah, much better second half. Again, there's that little spin back to the middle and a good finish. But she's got to be somebody that they really look to in this last 7 minutes. Almost 8 minutes to go. They've got to get her the ball inside.
Pow. India Rogers for 3. Rebound Beswar.
Good look from the 3 from Oregon, and certainly that would have helped.
The Ducks average 8.9 threes made per game. Bessoir, talking about threes, hits one for UCLA. Second best on the team, 19th in the conference, 35% for Emily Bessoir. Biggest player also is a great three-point shooter. And it's an 18-point UCLA lead.
In Las Vegas, it is always on. From showtime to go time to play that back in slow-mo time. It's 5 square miles and then some of heart racing, pulse pounding, barely catch your breath time. So if you're ready for the spotlight, come ready to play. Because there's only one place. You are never on the sidelines. Las Vegas, the greatest arena on earth.
When your money's good,
Thank you.
you feel good. Easy credit building, early payday, fee-free overdrafts. It's banking the way it should be. Chime, the #1 most loved banking app.
Bruins with their biggest lead, 18 points. Rich Burke along with Jennifer Mountain. JMO, what do you notice on this play?
Well, the poise of Rice here is really good. Maturity-wise, doesn't have anything right here. Comes off the on-ball, sees the big, and that mismatch right there where Che has to chase all the way to the three-point line. That's a really tough closeout, and just smart, headsy play by the freshman.
Kiki Rice, career high here in her true freshman season, 19 points. Go along with 5 assists. 4 rebounds as well. Ducks 5 of 13 on three-pointers. Van Sloten with a little spin move, draws the foul against Bessoir. Bessoir's 4th foul.
Really nice timing on that. Just unfortunate to pick up the foul there. Again, anticipating that spin back by Van Sloten. Van Sloten now 4 of 6 from the line.
And now 5 of 7. She has 11.
Yeah, UCLA just being really smart here. Time and score situation. They don't need a rush. Just taking what the defense gives. And again, Rice, the leader in this group right now, doing a great job of running the show with Osborne in the locker room.
3rd foul on Filipina Che. Rice on the drive. Rebound, Pow. Here comes Chance Gray and the Ducks. Down by 17. Extra pass to Gray. Freshman unable to hit the 3, but the putback by Grace Van Sloten.
Great extra pass in the transition and a great follow by Van Sloten picking up that offensive board.
Second chance points, a dozen for each team in this game. Actually low for UCLA.
I mean, you again look at the numbers here. Corey talked about it at halftime. Just offensively executing, getting good looks, and knocking down shots tonight.
Kiki Rice. Filipina Che against Bessoir. Che at 6'8", tallest player in Ducks history. Van Slooten. Grace Van Slooten now with 15.
Well, you like to see her be so aggressive on the block. Now you've got to put together some stops if you're Oregon, and you got to stop the basketball right there. Unfortunate miss, but a great takeaway. Oh!
A block for Van Slooten after the steal by London Jones. India Rogers puts it up and in. And suddenly an 11-point game, timeout Bruins. The crowd is sprung to life here.
Well, you see a nice job of just making a one-on move. She gets double-teamed, splits the defense, and then offensively they get back in D right here over with the block. Good rebound. Off they go in transition. You'll see the block from Van Slooten, and off they go. Two great plays. Great hang time by Rogers on the finish.
India Rogers now with 14 points. Van Slooten with 15, 13 of them in the second half.
Yeah, very quiet. But this last, I don't know, quarter and a half, she's been really good. They've got to get her the basketball. UCLA has done a great job of just cutting down the driving lanes, and making it tough for the guards. And if that's going to happen, you got to go inside.
Ducks applying backcourt pressure.
A lot of time left.
UCLA without Charisma Osborne. There's a takeaway for Van Slooten. All the way to the rack. Draws the foul on Conti, her third. Charisma Osborne back in the trainer's room after the hard collision.
Great anticipation in the full court press there, and almost an and one. Our camera guy took the hit on that one.
Our intrepid camera operator, Brad, taking the brunt of that one. Van Slooten 5 of 7 at the line tonight. Came in a 67%er. One of just two freshmen in the country to average 14 points, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists a game.
I've been really impressed with her game, and both offensively and defensively, making things happen today.
Especially here in this second half. Jaquez double teamed. Passes out of the trap. Conti underneath to Brown. Blocked by Van Slooten. Rosendub to the floor. And we have a held ball.
Van Slooten with great recovery on the backside with another block. Looks like Rosendub kind of took one on the chin there. She's all right.
Arrow points the way of the Ducks.
Big possession right here for the Ducks.
Chance to cut it to 7 or even 6. Rogers all the way to the hoop, off the glass and in. She just made that happen herself.
Well, there's that getting to the paint. The penetration, UCLA's done a great job of not allowing that. Not on that possession.
9 unanswered. Jaquez.
Oh, great finish.
Gabriela Jaquez. They say, by the way, don't call her Gabby. She's not a Gabby.
No.
The team calls her Gabs, or sometimes they'll call her Gabe because they just need a shortened name. She doesn't like Gabby, so it's Gabe sometimes, but she prefers Gabriela. Another opportunity, Pow Pow. This would be big, and she's got it. Tahina Pow Pow. 6-point game.
Well, great job of staying with the play because there was 2 blocks defensively by UCLA and a great kick out for the 3.
14-2 run for the Ducks. Van Slooten went for the steal. Conte open on the other side. Up and in for Cameron Brown. Second chance points coming up huge for UCLA, as they often do toward the end of games.
Well, they're so relentless on the boards, and again, you see that paying off right there. And Brown with the finish here with the chance for an and one. There's the nice extra pass, and they just crash like crazy. Good find. Defense is slow to get over, and the foul.
We've seen this all game, Jennifer.
Yep.
Every time the Ducks go on a run, UCLA answers with one of their own.
And they answer quickly.
The senior Cameron Brown rattles home the completion of the three-point play. It was a 13-point lead when Charisma Osborne went out for UCLA after the hard collision with Taya Hansen. And then it extended to an 18-point lead. India Rogers' three-pointer rattles out. There's a foul against Kiki Rice, her fourth.
Well, that's a big one. You cannot afford to have her and Osborne out in the last bit of this game. And Hosendove will go to the free throw line.
Taylor Hosendove playing right now with Filipina Che on the bench. This is the first free throw. Now 9 for 16 from the line coming in. Taylor Hosendove was 1 point away from a double-double against University of Portland a few weeks back.
Good patience by UCLA, not forcing that in transition.
3 minutes left in the game. 8-point Bruin lead. There's a foul on Pau Pau. That's her third. Fourth foul in the fourth quarter. Charisma Osborne is out with the trainer Alexa Bratt. And that is Stuart Hart, the athletic performance coach, with her there.
And she's got a big ice pack on that left shoulder.
Bruins will play Sunday at noon at Oregon State. And then the following Sunday against USC. They hope to have Izzy Anstey available for that game. The redshirt sophomore forward from Melbourne, Australia, 6'4", and then against Stanford and Cal at home, and then they hit the road to the Washington schools. 2:57 to go here, and it's an 8-point UCLA lead.
You know, so much of everything right now going into conference play is keeping people healthy. This conference has so many opportunities, great players doing a great job in the non-conference as a whole.
After the block, out of bounds to UCLA. Kiki Rice will inbound it with 17 on the timer. Zontag was calling for the ball. Rice instead kicks it back out to Beswar for three, and she cans it. That's a dagger for the Bruins.
Big shot right there, and again off the penetration, the come behind, the big steps out. It's a really hard matchup, and she knocks it down.
Pau Pau scooped to the hoop after the skip pass. Like a 9-point game. Kiki Rice. Jaquez offensive rebound, puts it up and draws the foul.
Great job on the boards there again by Jaquez, just getting herself an opportunity for second chance points. Kind of off balance there on that shot, but got herself to the line.
Gabriela Jaquez to the free throw line. 63% are coming in. Her first trip to the line tonight. When we're done here, we'll feature her brother Jaime and the UCLA Bruins.
She's been really big this last 3 minutes, getting deflections, offensive boards, scored.
Bruin men will be up in Pullman. Ted Robinson and Bill Walton will have the call. And how about that? Jaquez getting the offensive rebound off her own missed free throw. Oh, that's going to drive Kelly Graves crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Jaquez just fighting hard to the finish. Chance Gray on the drive gets the bucket and the foul.
Great job of getting to the rim after that swing pass.
Foul on Gabriela Jaquez.
Nice kick out and a nice penetration. Anytime you can get to the paint like that, and she's great at finishing. Good body control.
Back to an 8-point game, minute 42 to go. UCLA able to break the press.
Great execution versus the press.
Beswall, another three-pointer. Rosenduff tips the rebound. Tipped by Brown. Here comes Oregon. Conti tipped it away from behind India Rogers.
Good hands by Conti there in transition. Otherwise, that was going to be an easy two.
Been impressed with Gina Conti, Grove City, Ohio native. 60-year senior. Van Sluten goes up.
Yeah, she wanted a foul.
Pow puts it up and in. So the good defense by Brown, but then she turned it over.
Great anticipation by Pow. Getting that steal in the open court for the easy two.
6-point game, minute 2 to go.
She just kind of read her eyes, stepped in from behind, and off to the races right there for an easy one. Again, a lot of time, there's a minute 2 left in this, and with the ability to advance the ball and stop the clock in the women's game, you know, there's a lot of chances, but they got to get quick stops in the 6-point game, 2-possession game.
How about Pow and Van Sluten? They each have 17 points. They each had 2 points at halftime. 30 of their 34 points in the second half.
Yeah, and that's what Oregon needed, obviously. Different people to step up, and both of them have done a nice job of scoring inside out in the last 2 quarters.
UCLA with a 6-point advantage and the ball. And they've done a great job all night of answering these spurts by Oregon.
You're absolutely right. Every time Oregon's made a little run, they have responded with positive baskets.
That's going shorter with Filipina Che still on the bench. Most of this second half. Hosendove thought she had drawn the charge. It was a non-call. Good non-call, Coach?
Yeah, but I think they missed a travel on that.
Conti crossover against Pow. Ducks take it away. Van Sluten. Good D by Hosendove. Van Sluten. Take it outside. Chance Gray for 3. No basket. She was on the sideline. Oh, that is a crusher for the Ducks. Could have been a 3-point game.
Yeah, that's a dagger right there. Just a tremendous job by Van Sluten grabbing the defense. Yeah, you can see her stepping out of bounds right there.
By a pretty good margin.
On the floor, yeah. You're right, though. It makes it a 1-possession game.
Conti passes out of the trap. Jaquez, the freshman, calmly to Zontag, and now Beswall. And Gray comes up to commit the foul with 18 seconds remaining and a 6-point game.
Very impressed with UCLA's composure to handle the runs, handle the different things that have happened here as of late. Nice job against the press.
Charisma Osborne has been out with what looks to be a shoulder injury after a collision with Taya Hansen. Inadvertent, but it was a violent collision in the third quarter. Went back to the trainer's room and then back to the bench. And Rice makes it an 8-point game. Where's Luka when you need him, huh?
Yeah. No kidding.
Mavs overcame the 9-point deficit with just over 30 seconds left. Here's Van Sloten, what she's done. 15 of her 17 points in the second half.
Both defensively and offensively, she's gotten blocks, made it hard for them. Great job just coming from the backside, hitting shots. She's done a nice job. Little step through there, nice finish. Again, splits the defense off the backboard. She's done a great job this second half, and I've talked about it multiple times. Really impressed with her game. Great mid-range game. She's got a great future ahead, and really a good head on her shoulders. You talk to her, and very level-headed. Really, very grateful for her teammates. They have great chemistry. Loves this group, and has a great future ahead.
2022 McDonald's All-American. This game is littered with them.
Yeah.
Kiki Rice and Gabriela Jaquez of UCLA shared MVP honors in last year's McDonald's All-American game. UCLA on the verge of their 6th consecutive win. London Jones defending India Rogers. They call London Jones for the quick foul. And if you're Corey Close, that's the last thing you want.
Yeah, you certainly don't want to stop the clock. You don't give up a 3, obviously, in this situation, but the clock is your friend right here. I mean, you go back to Rice. I've been so impressed with her game and her poise. I mean, you wouldn't know she's a freshman by the way she plays.
India Rogers now with 17 points. Rogers, Pow, and Van Sloten all with 17 for the Ducks. And now 18 for Rogers. And Zontag throws it out of bounds back to Oregon. 6-point game, 17.3 seconds left. Right, what do the Ducks do here to get somebody open immediately? Preferably from beyond the arc.
Yeah, absolutely. If you can get a 3-point shot, you got to get it here right off the bat. Set a screen right here for her. If not, get to the rim.
And there's the rejection off the drive by Gray. Van Sloten commits the foul. And Conti will go to the free throw line.
I'll tell you, UCLA has cut off driving lanes for the most part throughout this whole game. Oregon really struggling to score off the bounce. Just credit their defense.
Conti with the big block, and now with the free throws. A couple occasions late in this game, it looked like the Ducks were going to make things really interesting, particularly when Chance Gray hit the 3. They would have made it a 3-point game, but she was out of bounds as she did so.
Oh, huge break for UCLA right there, being out of bounds on that. That made it a 1-possession game.
Rosendove saving it, but it won't be enough for the Ducks. It's a held ball with 0.9 seconds left. So UCLA, number 10 team in the land, will improve to 2-0 in the Pac-12, 13-1 overall. Their 6th consecutive win. Ducks fall to 1-1 in conference play, 10-3 overall. And we hope that Charisma Osborne is okay for UCLA, and likewise Elise Hurst for Oregon. So the UCLA Bruins and the Oregon Ducks, top 25 matchup. The Bruins come out on top.
Yeah, I mean, I thought they set the tone right from the beginning with their defense, really struggling to get things going offensively for Oregon.
And it is an 82-74 win for UCLA. For Jennifer Mountain, I'm Rich Burke. Up next, a Pac-12 game break. Ashley Adamson and Charlie Turner Thorne after this.